everybody, Kaz here. Gonna do a little short video, mainly because I wanted to get out and test my new helmet with this setup and see how it all works. But since I'm doing that, I thought I might as well see, kind of give you my first thoughts of it. I used to have, well, I still do have it, my helmet was a Bell Qualifier DXL, and I actually thought it was a pretty good helmet from all the reading and everything. I'm gonna learn to find out. It's kind of a entry-level type helmet. You know, it was about $250, I think, at the time. And it's now expired or gone past the time you're supposed to have a helmet. You know, had it for 6 years. And well, now it's time to get a new one. And I wasn't really sure what to get. I was, doing a lot of reading. I was looking at the Shoeis, HJCs. Not really looking at the Arai. I actually, again, I wasn't really that knowledgeable on the helmets and everything like that. So, but I did want to just, get one online, have it sent to me, try it on. No, I didn't like it. And then go, by the way, it's really windy out here. And so that's another good test for this helmet. So going back to the Bell helmet, I thought it was a pretty good helmet. I liked it. I thought it was a little bit noisy. And it'd whistle, you hear the whistling as you go into the wind and everything like that. As they're going through that kind of wind right there. I guess there's like gusts of 20-mile-an-hour winds, which, hold off there now. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I thought the Bell helmet was a little bit noisy. Couldn't hear the Senna when Meg and I would be talking. She'd have to yell really loud and all that. When I played music, couldn't hear very well. So I was really interested in a quieter helmet. And so I did do a little research, looking on Brazil and other places, looking up reviews. And, the Shoei was high up there in the quiet, HJC helmets. Was up there too. So, I did want to try them out. So ended up going down to Fort Worth to Cycle Gear, because Cycle Gear, you can try out all the helmets. So went on down there and tried on some helmets. Actually tried this helmet on, the Arai. This is the Arai Qualifier, Quantum X, excuse me, Quantum X. And put that on, and it fit really nice, real nice and snug. Around the cheekbones, you know, right here, the pads are really, really good. And I thought it felt really good. But you know, definitely want to try the other helmets that you know, I've read about. And I didn't want to just go ahead and say, oh yeah, this is the one. You know, that this became the one. So tried the Shoei. Actually tried 3 different Shoeis. The latest one, RT 1400, and the Rider something, and another one. And it did not work well for me. Mainly when I put them on, you know, it was a really tight fit. And then when I came to take them off, man, it was like ripping my ears off each time. Both of them just like yanking on the ears. And so I knew right away that the Shoei helmets weren't for me. I know there's probably some out there, oh, it depends on the shape of the helmet or whatever, but the ones that they had there that I tried, which was kind of like the same kind of style of this Arai, yeah, it just didn't work for me. I didn't want to rip my ears off every time I was taking off my helmet. And it felt that way for quite a while, because it was a pretty good tugging. Kind of reminded me back, I was like back in Catholic school with the nuns. You know, we used to grab you by the ear and drag you along when you did something wrong. But, you know, a little flashback there. But, you know, I tried other helmets, and the Arai was just really a nice fit. And like I said, nice, snug and cheekbones, nice padding around there. And when I did look at the reviews and everything, it was, you know, a lot of things they said was quieter. And that's kind of the main thing I was looking for. So, you know, Meg and I could talk on the Senna and listen to music when I wanted to. So so I ended up getting the Arai, as you can see. It's kind of looked like the Bell helmet that I had, you know, same look, which is what I kind of like. It doesn't have the transitions lens, which I do like on the Bell helmet, but they have this other feature that goes on the outside of the visor and kind of flips up, kind of like a you know, the sunglasses that you flip up and down, but kind of on the visor level, which I'm okay. You know, it really didn't bother me too much about the transition lenses, because I wear sunglasses anyway. So you know, that wasn't a real big killer on that. So got this, does come with the pin lock, which I haven't put on yet. I will be doing that a little bit later, but haven't done it yet. But it's got this locking mechanism. You can see right over here that you've got to kind of push this up and then get your finger underneath there to flip it up so your visor's down. And I haven't got the hang of it yet, but I'm not a real fan of that, but I understand the need for it. I guess it's part of the Snell rating that you get with this helmet. My Bell helmet wasn't Snell rated, it was just dot rated. This is dot and Snell rating, you know. This little locking mechanism here is kind of a pain. Again, I'll probably get used to it, figure out how to do it with the one hand, but I kind of like, used to flipping it up, my visor up with either hand. So yeah, that was kind of something to get used to. Now, so transferring the Senate device over from my Bell helmet to here wasn't quite as easy. You can pull out all the pads on the Bell helmet and just basically put the speakers in. The speakers had a cutout and you had a place for that. And well, this helmet doesn't have that. It's kind of got a kind of an opening where your ears are, because the cheek pads go all the way back, and then where your ears are, it's kind of open space there, and so you can actually lay the speakers right there, and that's working for now. Seems to be staying in place. I'll probably Velcro that in to keep it from moving around, and tucked in the wires and everything like that. I used like Gorilla Tape this new Gorilla Tape that's kind of double sticky on there, and we'll see how long that stays. It should stays, but it looks like it stays nice profile, low profile, so there's no whistling or wind going by that, so that's nice. I was happy to be able to use the same kind of setup for my GoPro. I kind of got this front mount, just stuck right there, right where, right on my chin, and so I can keep the view that I've always had, which I always liked with that. So I'm happy with that. Been able to keep that feature here. Running it in there wasn't too much of a hassle there, but not as much as the Santa was. I do notice when I put on my glasses, though, my sunglasses, in the back, kind of just a tiny bit of pressure on the back of my head where it's kind of squeezing. Well, there's a bump there. Kind of squeezing back there. So I'll have to kind of mess with that. Actually, I don't feel it bad as much as I did when I first put them on, so maybe it's not an issue. It doesn't feel like a lot of pressure on there, so I think I'm okay with that. A couple things I don't like about this helmet. Obviously, I mentioned the lock here because it's kind of a pain to get to and unlock it. You kind of do the push it up with your thumb and get your finger underneath the visor and push it up. You know, again, it's just something I got to get used to. Obviously, the price, you know, this is not a cheap helmet. You know, with all the features it has and everything like that, and you know, you can read up the specs about all the you know, fiber. It's a very light helmet, actually. It's much lighter than the Bell helmet. Very noticeable. So the carbon fiber and all that. So it's a much lighter helmet. Padding is much more, a lot more padding than on the Bell helmet. So that, you know, without a doubt, much better in that area. The price of this is $6.99. Another nice way to say it's under $700, but with tax and all that, you know, it's up there. And Meg actually, you know, pushed me to, you know, get this one, so because she loves me. And you know, I always heard that, you know, if you got a $50 helmet, then buy, or $50 head, then buy a $50 helmet. If you got a $700 head, and then you got a $700 helmet. So there you go. So, but again, the main thing I was looking at was for quietness, and I do believe this helmet, with the short time, a couple rides I've taken it out, the helmet is a lot quieter than the Bell. I don't experience the whistling from underneath or around that. I haven't experienced that yet. So I just kind of lost my train of thought there. So far I like it. Some things I gotta get used to. The center device, again, it kind of fits right there by my ears, you know, kind of on the patty. But it's not pressing up against my ears, but it is much closer to my ears than it was on the Bell helmet, because the Bell helmet had, like in the shell, kind of a place to put your speakers there, and so it was much further away. So I think that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't hear as well with music or hit with Meg, and plus with the wind noise and everything that you could get, because with the Bell helmet, I had to wear earplugs along with that, even though you're supposed to anyway. I had to wear earplugs because after riding, you know, you kind of get that kind of the wind noise damage, or you know, like you've been in a wind tunnel, and you know, it takes you a while for your ears to kind of heal back from, you know, just all that wind noise. So these speakers do sit a little closer to my ears, and hearing the music is no problem at all. It's a very comfortable helmet for me. Fits me very well. It is a little tight, you know, putting on and off, more so than the Bell, but the Bell again was quite old, and so the padding, I'm sure, was kind of breaking down a little bit from use. So that's my kind of thoughts of my new helmet. Overall, I like it. Just got to get used to the things on it. I think it looks good. Doesn't make where they oh, that was another thing on the Shoei. You know, the helmets were mainly looked like they were made more for, you know, sport bikes, because, you know, in the back there they were kind of a little bit higher up, so, you know, for that forward type aggressive position there, and, you know, so you need that a little bit shorter in the back area, where, you know, riding a cruiser, you know, you're upright a little bit more. So so for me, this helmet works, and you know, I'm not going to recommend, you know, I'm not going to say recommend it. I think that's something that it's kind of a personal choice. You know, you have to do it. You know, get the helmet that fits you, feels good. Because if it doesn't, then, you know, you're going to be miserable. So, but for me, I like it. I'm happy with it. You know, and so far the, you know, setup with the Senna and the GoPro works just pretty much the same way as it did on the Bell helmet. So yeah, so I'm good. So everyone out there, you know, I hope you have a wonderful day, and Thanksgiving coming up. So, you know, don't forget to, you know, thank the Lord. I do it every day. Thank the Lord that I'm here for another day, enjoying this wonderful world He produced. So be out there, be safe, peace out.